So you get migraine attacks, but have you ever gotten a visual aura before? Do you know what's going on inside the brain that can cause such a weird phenomenon? Or maybe you don't get the visual aura. What is going on there? Why don't you get that too? Let's talk about it. I'm a migraine specialist, doctor of physical therapy, and I'm going to explain this for you in a way that you can understand in the next 60 seconds. So, only about 30% of people with migraines actually get an aura, and the vast majority are visual in nature. But you can also have other auras show up, such as difficulty hearing words, or sometimes it can be more sensory, like tingling in your face or fingertips. You can also have changes in your ability to use your muscles, such as weakness on one side of the body, which can be pretty scary because that can seem like a stroke. So to explain this a little bit better, we have to dive into the brain. We'll focus on the visual aura for now because that's the most commonly requested and the most commonly occurring. So the visual aura is coming from a change in electrical activity here in the backside of the brain called the occipital lobe. More specifically, in the primary visual cortex, which is where the information from your eye is processed and turned into the experience of vision. So when we have this phenomenon here called cortical spreading depression, which is this slow rippling wave of electrical activity that courses across your brain, which kind of looks like this. I actually made this image to help depict this because I couldn't find a good one anywhere, but it doesn't actually look like fire. It's more just like a rippling wave of activity going about a couple millimeters a minute across the surface of your brain and leaving this sort of darkened area here, which is a sort of depressed state, that cortical spreading depression. And that is actually why the visual aura looks like this. This part here is called a scotoma, but this area here is called scintillating. And this is the most common type, but some of them just look like this blurred area. Now, if this neurological phenomenon is not happening back here inside the primary visual cortex, it likely will not cause the visual symptoms. So that is a large reason why only 30% of people get an aura, because it's not occurring in the areas that are responsible for those sensations. But this doesn't mean that this electrical activity isn't happening elsewhere. We have a lot of new data pointing to the fact that it may be just going on deeper inside the brain in these subcortical areas, and particularly in the brainstem, which is playing a big role in activating the trigeminal nerve, which is responsible for the headache part of the experience. So if you're struggling with migraines and you want to learn more about your brain and body and how you can start taking steps to significantly improve this in your life, give me a follow. I think you'll find it particularly valuable.